do the usual, scroll down, get rid of the music, switch over to my comments. Hello, good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Lisa, my PDF partner, and I'm going to tell you I'm going to be late. It's my turn to be late this month. Hello, everyone. My name is Alisa Tilsner. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome. We are streaming live to both YouTube and Facebook. So if you see me answering questions and referring to people and you're going, hang on a minute, I'm not seeing those comments, it could be because they're watching on a different platform. Hi, Tanya. How are you? Now, today I've got so much to tell you, but we will discuss things while we craft, I think, today, because as long as I can do two things at the same time, right? Because sometimes crafting and talking is a bit of a struggle. It depends on what you're talking about, though, I guess. So welcome, everyone. We are going to be playing with the Santa's Delivery stamp set, and I'm actually going to be casing a Stampin' Up! Card. So each week, when you're a demonstrator, each week we get an email, and there's usually a little bit of creativity in there. And I thought, I'm going to case what they've done. It's a little trifold card, and then as I was pulling that stuff out like 10 minutes ago, I thought, oh, I'm going to add this, and oh, I'm going to add that. So we are going to. I've got my puff paint out again. And I've also got my shimmery white embossing paste. So I thought, maybe we can glitz this card up a little bit more. So that is what we are going to do today. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, Wendy. Oh, don't tell me that Minnesota is beautiful at the moment. Fall is in full swing. We are still struggling to even get spring over here. It is freezing. I have got my heater on because I'm cold. And I dare say that it'll overheat me very shortly, and I will be switching it off. Like I can already starting to feel like it. Just need to take the chill out of the air, if you know what I mean. So 10 minutes with my door closed is usually enough to get my room nice and warm. Okay, so we will swing around. I do have a lot to tell you. Good morning, Sharon. So I do have quite a bit to tell you. I've got a few things like card clubs and where I'm going to be taking my card clubs. I'm going to be opening a membership for everybody. Even if you're international, you can come. It's so exciting. So, but I'm still working out. It's all in my head, but actually I've been getting it out onto paper. But 27 in Lismore. Oh, that's not fair. That's definitely not fair. So, okay, Wendy's watching on YouTube, and she's put up the flag. What time is it? You must be like 2 o'clock in the morning or something for Wendy. Crazy. Different Wendy in the UK I've seen. Which Lisa's saying, Lisa, Queen Bee Creations, Lisa, you know how I talk every month and I say, if you place an order this month, you'll get a free tutorial from Lisa Bernard from the US. Well, Queen Bee Creations, that is Lisa. She's my partner in crime. So she's who we do our tutorials with. So if you've gotten any of my thank you tutorials, she's live tonight. Yay. Okay, so 1:30. I was close, Wendy. I was very, very close. How's that? So let me get swung around. Good morning, everyone. Still coming in. Let me swing around so I can show you these, or swing around. I just have to switch cards. Now I've tried putting my light in a different position to try and get rid of that little bit of a shadow, but I'm casting my own shadows now. But I think it's better. See, this is what happens. You get that really nasty shadow, which I don't like. So I've tried to put this over here so that we don't have that shadow anymore. But sometimes I have to be careful because sometimes I get that rolling light, which annoys me even more than having the shadow. So we'll see how we go. I'm actually going to switch my heater off now because I am getting a little bit warm. Well, not warm, I'm still cold, but at least it's taken the chill off the air. So we've got two Wendy's on, Wendy in the US and Wendy in the UK. Welcome to both of you. Okay, so first things first, I'm just going to run through. I've got a pile of cards here to show you and to tell you what I'm doing. So the first one is my Splendid Days. Now, I am going to be simplifying these things in the future. Oh, good. I'm glad the lighting's a bit better. I have got a couple of other lights as well, but this one's giving harsh shadows, but I think it'll be better. Okay, so Splendid Days Card Club. This one runs for 3 months. Okay, so and what I've done is I've gathered all of the products and I've divided them by the 3 months, and that's how I've worked it out. So each month you'll get, so the first month you'll get the stamp set, and you can purchase the dies to go along with them if you wish. And then the second month you'll get what is it? You'll get the designer series paper and a ribbon, and then in the third month you might get the twine and the embellishments. I haven't actually worked out the order yet, but we'll get there. So, and then for each month you also get 3 you get a card kit to make 3 cards. So over the 3 months you'll end up with 9 cards and envelopes. And because of the first month is a little bit you only get the stamp set, I'm providing you with everything else. So where you see these types of die cuts and when you see embossing, I'm doing all that for you, and I'll also be providing you with the little embellishments that go along with these. So, and as the month progresses, you'll have more and more of your own product, and our cards will evolve over the 3 months. So these are the first 3 cards that you get in your kit, so which I think that turned out really pretty. You will need a couple of blends and a couple of ink pads for that. Now, subscription for both of the things that I'm showing you is going to be ending on the 7th of October. So we have just over a week. I know, I love these cards. I just, you know, sometimes you make cards and you just go, oh, I love those cards. I really, really love them. Sometimes you make a card and you go, that's okay. But other cards you go, oh, I love them. And these are the ones that I generally have a hard time parting with. I've got a whole drawer full of cards that I've gone, oh, I love these. So Tracy, I can check for you to make sure. So so that is the first thing. Registration for these guys is open already. I will go back and put links in the descriptions so that you can find them a little bit more. And of course, don't forget, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, all the details of the things that I run are always in the newsletter as well. And speaking of the newsletter, let me go over here. So wait a minute. Oh, where am I going? I'll put this up for a moment. So that's, and I'll work up here. So alisatilsner.com is my website. You head to my website, you can sign up to my newsletter because I send you out a weekly PDF, a free one, just for being on my newsletter. And it's generally the card that we make today. So whatever we make today, I spend the rest of the day writing up tutorials and getting tomorrow morning's newsletter organized, because that will go out for tomorrow morning. So do make sure that you are on my newsletter. PDFs, for these ones, they won't be available. Actually, I won't say they won't be available. They may be available because it's over 3 months. They may be available if that bundle stays into the next catalogue. I will probably release it as a PDF at the end of the 3 months, so in January. Okay, I'm still debating over that one. Okay, this one is what we're playing with today. So we're playing with the Santa's Delivery and Santa's Train and Santa Express. So many different names for the same product. And these ones are going to be this month's class by mail. So this one also runs, you can sign up until the 7th of October. So they both finish at the same time, which was really orkies with the timing, but that's just how it was. So these are the cards. I will lay them out so you can see them. And I love these ones as well. Like, they look really busy, but they're not. Like, they look like they're busy, but I promise you they are not busy. And I love, love, love these ones as well. So I'm really, really excited about these. So I've got everything ready. I just need to hook up my blog, like my registration form, to my blog, and then it will be open. So I will probably open this one up for registration today, a little bit early. Normally I do it on the 1st of each month, but I will do this one probably today, so you can get in and register for that one as well. So they are super cute. Good morning, Audrey. So going forward, I'm still, it might happen a lot quicker than what I think, but going forward I'll be having a membership, and it'll be a tutorial membership. So so this is the other thing while I'm getting this stuff ready. The other thing is that because I'm going to be moving into a membership, a tutorial membership, The prices of my tutorials that are for sale at the moment will be increasing. And with our new tutorial membership, anyone from, wait a minute, I've got to change my measurements. Anyone from any of the, well, from anywhere actually, any of the countries, you can join. So it'll be a tutorial based, and then you will have the option to, I've got fuzzy edges. I need to get one of these guys. See, I can't talk and do things at the same time. I'm bloody hopeless. Okay, and I've got fuzzies, so I'm just going to, actually, I'll do that over here. So oh my God, I can't stand that noise. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. I can't stand the noise. It's like fingernails. Ugh, my back is even like got the creepies. Sorry, whoever gets this Christmas card, you've got fuzzies on your... Oh, God. Sorry, I don't know whether you could hear that or not, but just anything sanding is yuck. Now I'm distracted big time. All right, so back to my membership. So once you have the tutorial, you can then choose to upgrade to, I'll have 2 options of upgrading. So it'll run pretty much the same now, but it'll just be membership. So, okay, so I have got a piece of cardstock here. This is going to be my base, and I'm going to score it. It's just, I'm going to score it at 3 centimeters and 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters and 6 centimeters, so that we've got equal panels. Okay, and that's going to be our little trifold. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't have scored it just yet because I've got to put a layer of white on it. See, I'm such a ninny sometimes. Okay, so I'm just going to cut, I'll cut a little bit. I'll cut that much off. Now, I'm assuming we're still going. All of a sudden, all my comments have just stopped. So I'm assuming that everyone's still here with me. Okay, and I'm going to cut that to the same length. Now, don't forget, all the measurements for these will be in tomorrow's PDF. So that's why you need to make sure to join on here. Go to the website and join up. Okay. Oh, Tanya, don't pass up that set. It is awesome. All right. I will leave that here because I'm going to need it. But what I'm going to do, I think that's going to be enough, is tear. Oh, I was going to paint my fingernails today and I forgot. Okay. Oh, good. So you're watching after my little freak out with the sanding block. And I can't file my fingernails. I've been and had a manicure once, and she pulled out the file, and I was like, wrong. You cannot file my fingernails. You have to use the clippers. I cannot handle it. All right. So I'm going to put that along the bottom, and I should adhere that down now, right? And then I should have scored. So I'm going to do that now. I think I'm doing things in the right order. Maybe I'm not doing things in the right order. See, this is what happens when I don't pay attention to instructions sometimes. Okay, I need to stamp first. Let me get rid of you for the moment. Oh, squeezy through that little gap. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As long as I'm cracking someone up, because sometimes I crack myself up. Okay, this is the stamp set. Let me remove my banner there, just so that you've got a bit more that you can see. Now where do I need to go? Back to my comments. Cool. Okay, so this is the stamp set, Santa's Delivery, and it is part of a bigger suite, obviously. So I have used that in the class, and I've tried to use all of them. Some of the sentiments were a little bit big for my cards, so I used the smaller ones, but they do have matching dies. So we've got ones that will cut out the train, the caboose, the tree, the presents. Are they cute? Can you see them? They're so cute. The little happy penguins, where you can cut out the, actually you can cut out pretty well everything, I think. And they have given you 2 of these ones which cut out that little starry type thing, and they've given you 2 of these ones so you can cut out multiple signs, and they've given you 2 of the penguins So you can cut them out, because believe me, those penguins are cute. I used 3 of them on one of my cards, and it was very handy to be able to cut them out, cut multiples out. Few extras. We've got some train tracks. They're an extra. Excuse me. We've got a wreath, so that's an extra, and we've got a bow, which is also an extra, and we've got one that will cut these guys out, and it'll cut out 2 and then 1, but each of, so that one there will cut out 2 together. I can't remember if it's the top 2 or the bottom 2, but anyway, so that does all of that. So we have got lots of dies for that one. So I will be needing them shortly, and then we will be needing designer series paper. But what am I doing? I'm getting this out. So I just want this guy here, this little one, and I'm going to stamp. Now you'll excuse my grid paper because I was working on stuff. Yes, and those dies cut out images on the designer series paper. So I'm going to be showing you that soon. So we just want to stamp this little thing randomly over. Whoops, that one didn't stamp very well, did it? My pressure is not so, I need to get my, and I shouldn't have, see, and that's the other thing, I shouldn't have, wonder if I can re-stamp that one. See, oh, look at that. Because they're clear, we can go back over where I'm sorry if my head's in the way. I can stamp over the top of the ones that I mucked up. So let's get them. I think I'm crooked too. Oops, that one's dirty. I've got a mixture of ink pads. This one is one like way back from the original, probably my starter kit era. So, oops, did it again. Sorry if my head gets in. Speaking of starter kits, did you guys see my news flash yesterday? Oh, so exciting. I might be able to cover that one up. So exciting. So from the 4th of October, which is a Tuesday. We have a public holiday here in South Australia on Monday. So going from Tuesday through to the end of October, you won't be getting $235 in your starter kit. You'll be getting $283. How amazing is that? So like I've said before, and I'll say it again, if your wish list is getting humongous, and I know a few of you, I'm not going to mention names, I know a few of you should be joining, and I think I even said to one of my ladies, I am not letting you put any more orders on because she should be joining. So that is going to be the perfect time for anyone to jump in, because you get more money. I think it's $48 extra in your starter kit for the same $169. These are Australian prices too. So if you are in a different country, get in touch with one of my friends. I can hook you up. Hello. Now, right, now I have to come back in and rescore these guys. I'm going to, whoa, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Now I can score. Wouldn't that be a shocker? You know what? And it wouldn't surprise me if I did stuff like that. Cut it off instead. Get that blade out of the way. Okay. So we have got a little trifold going on. Now, I wonder if this is going to work for me because I haven't factored in any drying time. I'm going to fold these guys now. I want it to fold. I need it to go that way. Fold it that way and then fold it this way. So we've got a little trifold. Ta-da! It's going to be cute, I promise you. So you can write your sentiments on this side. You can put panels of white if you wanted to and decorate the back. You know, I'm lazy, so I'm just going to decorate the front. Possibly I'll go back and decorate the back later on, but you guys know me. I'm bad. Okay, now what I wanted to do before I get sidetracked again is I wanted to make this a little bit sparkly and add some texture to it. So this was a really, really last minute thought. Like I said, most of the time when I come live, I'm really, really bad. And like in the 10 minutes before I go live, I'm pulling out stuff to make. It's like, what am we going to make today? 10 minutes before, and I checked it just to make sure that this is still okay. So I have not removed my silver thing, and I think it's kept my paste nice and usable still, because I think sometimes it can separate a bit. So this is the Shimmer embossing paste. So you can see in there it's got lots of pretty glittery sparkles going in there, and then you'll also need something that you can scoop out and pop it on with. So this is our palette knives. So we have, I think this is probably the one that I use the most, but we also have a bit more of a spatula, and then we have this type of thing. They're almost like cake decorating knives, aren't they? So, but we have these. So I think this would be good if you were doing like bigger areas. So I am going to try and put them back in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just try and scoop. Oh, yep, it's still nice and pasty. It hasn't gone hard. And I'm just going to lay this down over my white area, but instead of smoothing it out and making it all nice and smooth, I sort of want a little bit of texture. Probably need more on my spatula. So I'm going to, Tracy says that she used hers to decorate her kite last month. Oh, cool. Multiple uses. See, you don't need it just for card making. We can do it for cake decorating too. Now I'm going to do it finish because I do want to finish my card in today's live, and I'm going to try and avoid those score lines in case I can't come back and find that I can't close my card. Wouldn't that be a bit fun? So I'm just going to spread it around. You can also add drops of re-inkers into these and color your shimmer paper. I'm just going to spread it out first, and then I'll come back and I'll pounce on it just to give it some texture. But I thought, wouldn't that be fun to have some glittery snow? So that's my idea. And then you can just spread it out smoothly and then come back, pounce, 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 pounce. Pounce, pounce, pounce. And that'll give you a little bit of a texture. Might just take a little bit of that off. So there we have got, whoops, we have got some textured snow going on. So just make that a little bit more stickier, sparkly. Okay, I'm going to, if you're doing this, like, I'm not going to race off to my sink now and clean it, but I probably will need to soak that in some hot water just to, because it will go hard on there. So if you are crafting, you know, where you can get access to clean up straight away, I do recommend that you go and clean that up straight away. Look, I'm struggling to, I'm going to put it on my trusty paper toweling is getting worse. I need to replace it. This is super fun, and it's always one of those things that I always forget about pulling out. So, you know, it's fun to pull some of these things out. Right, so I'm going to set this aside to dry, and I'm going to show you the designer, excuse me, I'm going to show you the designer series paper. Oh, and I also have to remind you, because I'm bad. The Perfect Partners, okay? I'll talk about that while I get my paper out. The Perfect Partners promotion ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of the month, isn't it? Ends tomorrow. So if you have stamp sets, the Trimming the Tree stamp set, or if you have the Apple Harvest, I did a class on the Apple Harvest. If you have any of those stamps, I don't know who's got the Yeti, but I'm sure somebody does. You can get the dies for them. They will not be continuing on. So today and tomorrow is your absolute last chance to get them. Or if you want the whole bundle, you can purchase the whole bundle and get 10% discount. But tomorrow is the last day, so they will not be continuing over. So that is my warning for you. Okay, so these are the designer series paper. This is a quarter pack because this is what you get in your class, and I always make sure that when I'm designing my classes I am using what you get. So, and I've got oodles left over, and I even made a card yesterday with it. So there's another one that I've made, and I still have plenty of designer series paper left over. So after class is finished, you can keep creating if you want. Okay, so we've got this guy, and these are super cute. And it wasn't until later that I realized we have got Santas with different skin tones. So if you're needing a Santa with a different colored skin tone for whoever you're giving your cards to, they have made their way here. So I was just like, oh, I didn't even notice that. And then the B side has got some really, oh, that one makes me feel ill on the camera though. That one has got some really, really cool B-side patterns. So again, we've got our two-tone skin-toned Santa. He's not two-toned, he's different skin-toned. So we've got 3 different shades of skin tones on these guys, and that's super cute. Mrs. Claus in there, and I like that one. And then we've got the caboose. That's what I'm calling it anyway. It's another train car. So we've got a sheet of them, and I really, really like the trees as well. So they're really pretty. Ho, ho, ho. It's very nice. I love this one. So much detail going onto it. And then we've just got spots. This one I love as well. And you'll notice that it the gradient changes. So we've got mint up here, and then it moves into like you could use it with your pool party, but it's probably close to Bermuda Bay as well. So you could use any of those colors. So the greens in there, and then we've got just a shaded spruce one with lots of pretty snowflakey things going on. And then we have our scenery one, which is where you just cut the panels and you can make your cards that way. You can do slim lines if you wanted to. You could just have your card that width, which I think is about 3 inches. So it just makes them super, super easy, and I really love that side as well. So the colors for these ones, and the colors that I've used in my class, is Poppy Parade and Petal Pink, and Shaded Spruce and Mint. But there are some other colors. There's Granny Apple Green in there as well. So, but they are the ones that I have used for my class. Okay, so getting back to these guys. So I'm going to use my Santa here, and I've got my extra little car here, and I want this one too. Now it's just on the edge, but I reckon I can still get away with it. The little hooky thing, you know, that tow-bar-y type thing is just a little bit shorter, but I reckon I can get away with it. So I'm just going to grab my big, keep calling it a big shot. I'm just getting my cut and emboss machine. Don't be calling it names that I shouldn't be calling it. Oh, you'd think that after all this time of having it, you would have learned by now, wouldn't you? Anyway. So these make your card making super easy because we get to die cut them. You can fussy cut. Oh, I picked up my dies and they're empty. So I've got them out already. Okay, so these guys on train make it super, super, super easy. Oh, get in there so you can see. And so you can fussy cut if you want, or you can just take that straight out. Where's my top plate? Oh, I'm starting to get cracks in here now, so I think I should buy another set and put them aside for just in case. Okay, so we've got that, and then I want 2 of the So I'll put you down. I won't put you on top because you might not be dry just yet. And then 2 of these guys. So I know I can get that one out easy, so I'm just going to cut you out first. Coloring them in is really easy as well, and you can either color the same as what I have when you're doing the class, or you can just totally make up your own colors, because it doesn't matter, because they'll all match really nicely. Tanya says it looks like it goes through slightly smoother than the Big Shot. You know what? I reckon you could be right there. And good morning, Amanda. All right, so now I've got the tricky bit of trying to get, you know what I should do? I should cut that out so I'm not right on the edge. So I will do that. But I reckon those trees that are on there, don't discard them, because I reckon you could die cut them like with a circle, or maybe not that one because I'll cut it out. But you could fussy cut the trees and use them as well. So don't be discarding them either. Oops. Yeah, I find that it doesn't get clunk, clunk, clunk. Don't. Oh, Wendy, thank you. Wendy's saying, don't forget to like and share. I am. She also says that I'm spontaneous. Yes, I am a little bit. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, just thought of something, which is, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you guys go, no, don't do that. That's just silly. And I go, yeah, you're right. Okay. Now, I also want some, mind you, Tanya, when you put this through the machine the first time, you still get, do you still get clump clumps? I think you get clump clumps. Yeah. So, but I am sitting down, I'm not standing up to do it, and it's still rolling through nice and easily. All right, so we've got that guy. I reckon I can get away with that. No one will notice, will they? Oh, they might a bit. Nah, they should be okay. Nobody will notice that. Okay, so now I also want to grab these little puffs of smoke, and I've got a massive pile of scraps on my desk, and looky that, massive pile of scraps on my desk come in handy. I don't know why I don't throw bits like this out. Seriously, maybe my desk would be cleaner if I did. All right, don't lose them. See how my plate is buckled and it has stuck? Do not lose them. Do not let them slide down into your machine. All right, put them away as soon as you are done with them. All righty. And so then I've got my, and I'm not stamping them. I'm just cutting them out straight away. Okay, let me get in there. So I've got all my bits and pieces. Now I'll just pack this up because I'm pretty sure I don't need it again. And last time I always put it on my floor, and I forgot that I had put it on my floor, and I tripped over it and nearly stepped on it. And I thought, no, I've just got a brand new handle for it. I can't be damaging it again. So that's why I'm packing it up right now. In case I do damage it again. Right, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Holy moly. I got stuff going on everywhere, people. Okay. Righty, oh, where are we up to? So obviously these guys are just going to stick straight onto our little card here, and yep, and that's all dry. So, well, mostly there's a little patch over there, but most of that is still all dry. So that allows us to move on. So I'm going to pop these up with dimensionals. So bear with me for that. And I did cut my fingernails, so now I'm having struggle time picking things up. I need my stabby tool. Whoops. All right, and last one. Now, oh, I didn't get any of that out. I need to get some twine out as well. Whoops, and these guys. I will stick these on. I'm going to put puff paint on them, but I think I will stick them on my card first and then use the puff paint on them, as long as I don't buckle my card. Oh, what should I do, people? Stick first or puff paint first? That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. Okay, so I've got mini ones on them. Rightio. I'm not going to put this one on first because I think I want to put some twine on. but we're going to put these guys on. So isn't that puff paint first, do you reckon? Will I be able to hold it? Because I want to put puff paint over it all. Stick first. I was thinking stick first because I thought it might be easier for me to deal with. Now I'm going to put him, because I'm not sure whether, isn't he hilarious? Hello, he's like a puppy dog out the window. Yay, look at the wind in my hair. So if my card does buckle, it will cool down and straighten out. And then we've got all our cards going on. And you'll notice that I'm not sticking it right on the white, and that's because I'm not quite sure how the dimensionals will go on all that texture. So that is why I haven't done that. Right, now I need to gently fold you up, and I'm just going to pop, got sparklies all over me now. I'm just going to pop, oh, excuse me, while I get it out. I'm running out. I'm running out. I wonder if I can do, I wonder if I might do, I was going to do white, but I'm running out of my white. So I may do, oops, I may do, oh, what's that? I may just do that neutral one because I reckon I can probably get away with that. Stick things on Post-it notes and use them as a handle. Oh. I would just trim the tow bar on the other carriage so that they look the same. I could do that. Little bits of fluff. I could definitely do that. Okay, so if you want to have your card so it's closable, whoops, where did that come from? You can wrap your twine around it. Whoops, when you can. Wrap your twine around it so that you know. Oh, no, that's a bit silly. I was going to tie it in a knot. Gee, I'm daft. I keep losing bits of stuff. Do you know what? I'm not going to use twine because I think that has the potential to go here. I'm going to tie you in a knot, which is what I was going to do, and accidentally, because that's what I always do, and then I wouldn't be able to open my card. I will try. I'm going to try some seam binding instead, maybe. And that way I can perhaps stick him to, oh, I was going to do it again. It's just habit. It is really bad habit. Tie it in a knot. Do not tie it in a knot. We just want a bow. Something like that. I'm not going to fuss with it too much because I'm going to open it again anyway. So, and then I'm going to, so I've got my little opening. I keep losing bits of embossing paste. And then I can stick this guy over the top. So shimmy it down to where you need to. And you can tell I haven't done this for a while, can't you? Because I'm just like, am I sticking it in the right place? So if I open it, where is it going to go? I think I need to adhere it down. I'm going to adhere it down on the front. Okay, this could turn out to be very dreadful. Or it might work. I don't know. All right. We want our Santa, and I've got to have enough room for these guys, which I don't think I have. Maybe I'll just be doing one. I think I'm just doing one. That's okay. Now, I'm going to see if this worked. It won't open? It did open. Ha! Mind you, now when you've got it on your, standing up on your mantelpiece, it doesn't really look flash, does it? Anyway, whatever. It did open. All right, so we'll pop you up, and I might be able to fit. I might be able to get 2 on there. All right. There we go. And so I'm just going to bring this back in, and we're going to get out our puff paint again. Now, from playing with it last time, if the more you put on it, the puffier you will get. Okay, give it a good shake beforehand just to make sure that all those little pigments are all mixed up properly. And then you can squirt him on. So good. Yeah, so if you go fine, it won't puff up as much. All right, so I've got a fair bit on there, I think you can see. Don't worry, Amanda, I was just like, is it actually going to work or not? I've got a fair bit on there, and now I will get out my machine. So you guys don't mind. If this gets annoying for you, just tell me to mute, okay? Ooh, takes a while. Chat amongst yourselves. Oh, here we go. Let me try and bring that up so you can see. Oh, it's like popcorn. That's funny. That is really funny. Have a look at it. It is like popcorn. Okay, you might want to write on your card before you start mucking around with that sort of stuff. Actually, it probably would pay to write on, if you're going to either write like stick panels and write on them, or if you're just going to write straight onto the card, you probably want to write on it first. Okay, so we need a sentiment now. So I'm going to use shaded spruce for my sentiment. I think there's a bit of shaded spruce in those images. And I'm going to use the long skinny one, which says, "You make this season jolly." All right, pop it on the desktop, pick it up, and then another scrap. And these ones, because they're because of the font that you used, you do not need to ink them up heavily, like, so don't tap too hard, because otherwise your ink sort of gets a little bit clogged up in them. So just go lightly with the inking on these ones. Oh, Amanda is making a frame using this, what are they called? A sampler frame. I've never done one. There you go. Oops. Oh, the other thing while I'm thinking, because Amanda just got me thinking, this is how my brain works. I don't even know how, but Amanda just got me thinking about, for a split second, about the team meeting that we're having. Is going to be on the 10th of October is our next night, and we've already got planned what we're going to make. So if you do, whoops, I'm dropping stuff. If you do happen to come join my team with that awesome special that we've got going on in the first couple of days, then you can come to our Zoom night. And I've already got it in my head what we're going to make. So it should be fun. So there's another reason why you need to come join, because you get to come to Zoom nice. Oh, and I'm also thinking, going back to this membership, because that's how my brain works, it just jumps around so much. I'm also thinking that I'm going to start doing videos as part of that membership as well. So you'll get the tutorial and you'll also get videos, but I'm thinking I might do them live. So anyway, more will be spoken about that soon, because I'm actually hoping to start it next month. Oh! Now that I've got the nuts and bolts worked out, I just need to jump into it. Okay, and we're going to stick him over there. So there we go. How cute is that? Tie it around the back. And we can tie him up. I'll just do a loose tie because I don't want to fuss too much. But how cute did he turn out? So we've got him on the front. So this is one that was designed by Stampin' Up. So if you are a demo already, go and check your emails that came through. But I've added puff paint and I've added all the texture down the bottom. So there we go. Super cute. I cut out from my keep losing bits of my paste, but I am loving him. You could, if you wanted to spend time coloring in, you could totally make this a coloring in card as well, instead of die cutting the images. Yes, I can't. Nope. Can I do it? Can I do it? There we go. Ta-da! Super cute. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just a really, really simple one. You could pop that in with a gift because it is quite thick, and because of this going on here, you may not want to put it in the post, but you could definitely like slip it, like if you're giving a gift away, you could definitely pop this type of card. Just like sometimes, like if I tie a bow around a present, I'll just slip the card underneath it. So you could totally do that. You could even, if you wanted to get really, really fancy, you could even design a little box to pop it in so that your puff paint doesn't get damaged as well, because I did put a lot on there and it has really popped up. It is super, super puffy. So there we go. So there we have it. We are done with our card today, and I think it turned out okay. So thank you, Stampin' Up, for the inspiration. And that way I can pass the inspiration on to you guys as well. Now I'll bring those, where did I put them? Oh, my big pile of cards here. I'm just going to bring these guys back in. So that's one that I did yesterday as a reel. It's everywhere on all of my channels if you wanted to go watch it. I tried doing it, instead of just putting music behind it, tell me what you think if you saw it. I did a voiceover. So I don't know that all the channels actually liked my voiceover, but I'll have to test them. But tell me what you think if you saw that one, and whether you preferred a little bit of a voiceover explanation type of thing as I was making it, or whether you just like the music. So I've got that one. I've got my Splendid Days cards. And of course we've got these guys, and I am going to go and open up registration for that in just a Momo. So hang on, I've got to get them in order, because when I pack my classes, I pack them in the order, like that's card number 1, so that when you get your class and you pull out all your card stock, you go and you're looking at your instructions, you go, okay, so that goes to card number 1, that goes to card number 2, and I lay them all on top of each other. So that's how that works. Okay, thank you very, very much. I think I've waffled on. I think I've told you everything. I'm just going to put up my blog one more time in case you didn't grab that. So alisatilsner.com. Perfect Partners is ending. I do have a September code for the free gift for October. You've got a couple of days, 2 days left, today and tomorrow. And I've talked about that. I've got little thingies on my screen that I can see, so I can remember to tell you things as we're crafting. So I'm pretty sure that's it. The tutorial, all the instructions and the written tutorial and everything you need So this card will be going out tomorrow morning in my newsletter. Okay, that is me. I am over and out. That's me. And I'm a little bit too close to the screen, so I'm just going to shimmy back a little bit so that you don't have to have me right in your face, because that's pretty damn scary. Okay, I will see you next week. I think it's all good. Next week, Monday's public holiday. Everything else flows normally. We will see you next week. Until then, we might play with the Splendid days next week, so that, because I'll have just one more day left of registration for that. So we'll play with that, and I can show you a few extra things with that one. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you got a little bit inspired to go and create things as well, and pull out things out of your drawer like the embossing paste that you forget to use all the time, because they do definitely add to your cards as well. Okay, thanks everyone, and we'll see you next week. Bye.